Welcome to Redditissimo, home of great Reddit stories. Don't forget to subscribe now.
First Reddit story. AITA for not letting my pregnant sister move in. Before diving into this controversial story, I want to acknowledge that family dynamics can be complex and emotions can run high. Now, let's get into the situation that has caused a rift in my family and garnered quite a bit of controversy. Reddit, am I the AH in this scenario? The story. I, 32M, come from a fairly well-off family, and my sister, 28F, has always relied on our parents for financial support. She's been in and out of various jobs and has struggled with stability. Recently, she informed the family that she's pregnant and in need of a place to stay. Naturally, my parents suggested that she move in with me and my wife, 30F, since we have ample space in our home. However, my wife and I had already planned to convert the extra room into a home office for our growing business. We felt it was crucial to have a dedicated workspace to expand our careers and provide for our future family. When I expressed my concerns to my parents and sister, they accused me of being heartless and prioritizing work over family. They argued that as her brother, it was my duty to support her during this vulnerable time. I sympathize with my sister's situation, but I firmly believe that enabling her dependency on our parents would hinder her growth and personal development. I think it's essential for her to take responsibility for her own life and make choices that will lead to long-term stability. The conflict. Reddit, here's where I need your judgment. AITA for not letting my pregnant sister move in with us. Am I being selfish for prioritizing my career and personal space over her immediate needs? Or is it fair to expect her to stand on her own 2 feet and make responsible decisions? Please share your thoughts and help me understand whether I'm genuinely in the wrong or if my perspective is justified. Comments. Your sister is an adult and should be able to fend for herself. Why didn't your parents take her in instead of volunteering you for it? NT. Also, what is the sister gonna do in a few months when the baby arrives? Pass it to OP to raise? NTA, she needs a reality check and get shit together now. You have worked hard to achieve your goals and you deserve to pursue them without sacrificing your personal space and comfort. This 100%. Newborn stage is horrible. No one sleeps. Baby cries. The whole house is in chaos. This is why the parents don't want the sister to live with them. NTA. The best time for your sister to start standing on her own 2 feet was before she got pregnant. The second best time is right now. If you bring her in now, it would be an uphill battle getting her to leave.
New Reddit story. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button now.
Second Reddit story. My girlfriend, 19, asked me to watch her dogs for a week/twice daily and I said no, then asked me again and gave me a bunch of reasons why I should do it. AITA. My girlfriend, Sally, 19F, and I, 20M, have been dating for a year. She's going away for a week on vacation and needs someone to watch her dogs and asked me if I could dog sit them while she's away. I said no because I live 20 minutes away and didn't want the responsibility of driving over twice daily. A few days later and now she sent me a stream of texts asking again if I could watch them, saying she'll pay me whatever I want. I wouldn't accept the money from her and she probably knows this, and that I'm not working or going to school so I have the time. I did recently graduate and currently job searching. On one hand, she's right, I do have the time, which makes me feel guilty. On the other hand, she didn't respect my boundaries. Am I the AH for saying no? Comments. YTA, except I don't think it's really AH. You are not worth bothering with. Were I your girlfriend, I would figure that you had shown me the worth of our relationship, very low, or you really hate dogs. If you hate dogs, a person with 2 of them shouldn't be with you. If you value your relationship this little, you shouldn't be with that person. This exactly. They're not necessarily an AH for not wanting to do it, but both not wanting to do it and not being willing to do it are huge red flags that everyone is wasting their time in this relationship. My boyfriend and I used to be in a distance relationship. I was moving and my movers last minute cancelled on me, but my lease to my apartment ended in 3 days. It was a Friday and I had to be out by Monday. Only option I had was to do a do-it-yourself move. I spent all night packing my whole house up and rented a U-Haul. I lived on the third-floor apartment. I couldn't do it all myself. My boyfriend left work then and there that Friday and drove 4 hours to come help me load my U-Haul and move it into storage, then drove 4 hours home. That's how I knew I could rely on him. Yet this guy can't even be bothered to drive 20 minutes? Wow.
New Reddit story. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button now.
Third Reddit story. AITA for kicking out our youngest child at 19 so we can sell the house and downsize for our early retirement. My wife and I have 3 children, 25F, 22M, 19M. We're 45. We've both always had the plan to work hard while we're younger and retire early. Thankfully we've gotten lucky in life, and we're now in a position to do that with our savings. The oldest 2 kids have moved out now, and it's just the youngest who still lives at home. We have a 4-bedroom that's in a more rural area, which is a big empty house for just us and our son. The plan is to downsize, sell the house and move to some small place in the city. We hope to travel a lot, so we don't need a huge place. We've decided to sell the house in a few months. Our son isn't happy about that, even less so when he couldn't convince us to take him with us. He says it's unfair that his siblings got to live at home until after college, and he has to leave now. We offered to pay first last and security on any place he finds, but he thinks a few months' notice wasn't enough to give him time to move and look for a job. I reminded him that he was fortunate to have a good childhood with plenty of luxury, and that even paying to get him settled is a form of kindness. He accused us of prioritizing our retirement over his well-being, and said that we're fortunate to be able to retire at all. He took it even further, and got his siblings involved. They supported him to my surprise. They think we should either be fair and wait another couple years, or take him with us. When we didn't back down, our daughter said he could fly over to her house to stay there, despite sharing a 1-bedroom with her partner and our granddaughter. I think it's insane that they expect us to put our lives on hold for years just to allow him to live with us. But none of the kids have been talking to us much, so I guess they're united against us. Our older son even said that when he gets a place of his own, he lives with roommates right now, that we won't be welcome to stay there when we visit. Comments. Whiting. Listen, if you are looking for validation, there will certainly be people on this sub who tell you that you are in the right, that a 19-year-old is an adult and that you have no obligation to him once he is past the age of 18. I'm here to tell you that they are absolutely wrong and you are most certainly raging assholes. Nothing in your post indicates any kind of urgency. A 19-year-old may legally be an adult and you may legally be in the clear with respect to any obligation to house him, but a 19-year-old is still very young. He also had a reasonable expectation that you would house him as you did his siblings and give him the same opportunity to get himself settled and established as an adult that your older children had. Instead, you're throwing him to the wolves of inflation, an unforgiving housing market, and a difficult employment market for young people, and expecting him to be grateful for that. I am heartened to see your older kids, at least, are standing by their younger brother. Somehow you've raised them with values better than your own. Of that, at least, you should be proud. Whiting. Why did you have kids? Your older kids are wise and understand life. You don't. How in hell can you think it'd be putting your life on hold to be parents for 3 more years to a child you brought into the world? An apartment is $2,000 monthly, so he'd have to work immediately, meaning you don't care if he gets an education first. No education equals low-paying job probably for life. Also 45 is too early and you will be at loose ends at 60 with grandkids who don't care about you or want to see you. Enjoy your solitary retirement with your worthless priorities.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. This will help us grow. Thank you once again. You guys rock.